What's going on, guys? Today I just wanted to take a little bit of time and make a video discussing the passing of Billy Hudson from the Game Chasers. This was extremely hard for me when I heard that this happened. I mean, I knew that Billy was having some issues, but I never would have expected that it would have ended up going the way that it did. And unfortunately, for those of you that don't know, he was 44 years old and lost his battle with a brain tumor that was, I believe, cancerous. And it was very sudden, incredibly sudden. Not only for us fans, but I'm sure for his family as well. Yeah, and it was absolutely devastating to me. And, you know, I really wasn't going to make a video on this because I didn't really think there was a purpose. But in every tribute video that I've seen from people talking about Billy and people close to Billy, all of them have mentioned how much the support from the community and his fans meant to him. And ultimately, because of that, I wanted to throw my 2 cents in as well, because Billy not only inspired me to be confident in myself to make content, but he also had a profound impact on who I am as a person as well. And this is coming from a guy I'd never met him, just watched his content, and he had a massive impact on my life. You know, I discovered the Game Chasers when I was very young. They're an OG channel. And, you know, the premise of the show is very simple. They would go to flea markets, garage sales, and they would hunt retro video games. Or as Billy would say, games. You know, they would hunt video games, and really, you know, what I loved about the show was not necessarily so much the game collecting aspect, even though as I've gotten older, I have started collecting games myself and doing it very similar to how the Game Chasers did it. But it was about the personalities. And of course, my favorite personality was Billy on that show. No offense to Jay or Chris or Dodongo or Melvor or anybody else that showed up on that show, but Billy was the one that I related to the most. And a lot of that, it's going to sound corny, but, you know, I grew up in an era not quite as old as Billy was, but, you know, I grew up in an era where video gaming was thought to be very geeky and dorky and childish, and not something that late stage teenagers, early 20-year-olds should still be consuming their time with. And Billy was really the main factor that allowed me to just kind of say, I don't give a fuck what you think, this is what I enjoy. And a lot of that is because Billy was the type of person that if you looked at him and didn't know he was an absolute nerd, you would never know. You know, he was absolutely jacked, great sense of humor, very charismatic on camera, was always just an enjoyable presence to have in that show. And the way that he carried himself did help shape me as well, and helped me gain confidence to create content and to just accept kind of who I am, and accept the fact that it's okay to like these goofy things and still be in love with games at the age of 31. And you know, I think he really is the one that got me into that position, and I can't thank him enough for that. You know, he really changed me in that way. And you know, it's gonna be a lot darker of a world without Billy in it. You know, I tuned in almost every live stream that I could. He was live streaming there for a good long while on the Game Chasers channel, just doing retro games and interacting with the community. And you could just tell in those live streams how much he cared about his fans and how much everyone meant to him. And ultimately I'm still kind of shocked about the whole thing, because I never would have expected that I'd have to make this video or even talk about the passing of Billy, because it doesn't seem real to me. As I mentioned, he was a super fit guy, no indication kind of leading up to the update videos that he posted on the channel that anything was wrong. And next thing we know, he's gone. So it's incredibly sad and hard to accept, and it's going to take me a while to accept it. But ultimately, I just want to send out my condolences to his family, his wife, his son, of course to his friends, Jay, 8-Bit Eric, Dodongo Melvor, his cousin, Redneck Chris. I don't think this is going to be a painful process, grieving process, especially when someone as special as him is no longer here. And I feel deeply for everyone involved, including his fans, for people like myself. It's a unbelievable situation, but ultimately, I just want to thank you, Billy, for changing my life, for allowing me to get to the point where I can accept myself, and ultimately changing my life for the better. And I'll miss you. I'll miss the hell out of you, man. But I'd highly recommend it, guys. If you want to learn more, head over to the Game Chasers channel, watch some of their content. I mean, my YouTube recommended is full of really weird videos, and my wife rolls her eyes every time we eat dinner and I watch some dumb shit, but every time we turned on the Game Chasers, she was dialed in. You know what I mean? So they just make great content. So go tune in, watch that old content, keep Billy's legacy going, and show support in any way that you can. But ultimately, that's all I got. It was really rambly, but thanks for listening, and thanks for all the support. We'll miss you, Billy. Thanks for everything, man.